Hello friends, welcome to my channel Pharmaceutical Concepts. In this video, I will explain you how to predict 1H NMR spectrum for three chemical compounds. I have taken three random examples, three structures, and for them I have shown how to predict NMR spectrum. So let us begin with the first structure. Now when you see the structure, and when we have to predict the NMR spectrum for this particular structure, or in the other way, if you have been given the spectral data for any compound, and from that spectral data if you have to predict the structure. So in either of these cases, these are the 4 points which I have listed, which you have to always keep in mind. The NMR spectrum, whenever I say spectrum means the graph. Okay, so from that graph, from that NMR spectrum, which type of information we get? We get information about these four things. Okay, these are the four important points which you have to keep in mind whenever you are either predicting the structure from the spectral data, or you are predicting the NMR spectrum from the given chemical structure. Okay, so let us try to understand how many number of signals we can get from this particular structure. The basic rules I have explained in earlier video. So here we have to see the first chemical equivalence, how many sets of chemically equivalent hydrogens are present. So this is NH2, this is C, this is CH2, this is also CH2, this is C and N. Okay, so I see this HA, these two are chemically equivalent, so I get one signal for these two hydrogens. Then I have these two hydrogens, for which again I'll get another signal, and third signal I'll get for these two hydrogens, I'll call it as HC. So number of signals for this particular structure is 3. That means there will be 3 peaks in the NMR spectrum of this particular compound. And what is the peak intensity? See, all HA represents 2 hydrogen, HB also represents 2 hydrogen, and HC also represents 2 hydrogen. In simple words, it's a peak representing 2 hydrogens. This is also peak representing 2 hydrogens, and this is also peak representing 2 hydrogen. So peak intensity for all the 3 peaks would be almost similar. Okay, now what is the position of signal and what is the peak splitting, that we will learn in the next slide. Let me name them again: HA, HB and HC. Okay, so let us see the chart of chemical shift values, this chart where these two peaks, where these three peaks will appear. Okay, now NH2, if I see in the chart RNH2, as according to this chart, these hydrogens may appear between 1 and 5 ppm. Okay, but if we observe our structure, adjacent to this NH2 we have carbonyl group also. So because of this carbonyl group, there is more deshielding. These protons, these two protons are more deshielded, and thus they will appear downfield. That means they will appear at higher delta values. Okay, they will appear at higher delta values. So according to me, they will appear in this range 8 to 9 ppm. Let us move towards HB. If we see the protons who has carbonyl group adjacent to them, like this, see, according to this chart, the peak of these three hydrogens appear in this range 2.1 to 2.5. Now what about our structure? Our structure has, suppose this R for us is NH2, then carbonyl group, then CH2, and then again we have R dash. So this R dash is this part for us. Okay, R dash, and this R is this NH2 part. Okay, this NH2 part for us. So these two protons, they will be more deshielded as compared to these three protons. So little downfield as compared to this. So we may say that they may appear in this range. Similarly, Hc protons, let us talk about the protons which are very close to C triple bond N. So as per this value, see here, the chart is stating C triple bond N CH3. So chart is talking about these two. Our structure is closer to this because we do not have CH3, but we have CH2, and on the other side we have R dash, right? So these, since there is one more alkyl group adjacent in our structure, okay, so these two protons will be de-shielded and thus they will appear downfield at higher delta values. So according to me, these HB and HC, see this is HA appearing here, then I have HB appearing here, and then I have HC appearing here. Okay, so this was all about the position of signals. Now what about splitting of the signals? Okay, as you see, yes, let me take the different color of the pen. Yes, I'm taking blue now. So these two, I'm talking about these two protons are present on this nitrogen, and adjacent to nitrogen this carbon is there. This carbon doesn't have any hydrogen on it. Thus, as per n plus 1 rule, this is 0 plus 1. So peak of these two protons, that is peak of Ha, would be singlet, because on adjacent carbon there is no hydrogen. So Ha ka peak is singlet. Okay, let us talk about HB. So HB means these two hydrogens I am talking about. Now adjacent to this carbon there is this carbonyl group is present. On this carbon there is no hydrogen, and on this carbon there are two hydrogens. So adjacent to HB there are two hydrogens. So 2 plus 1, that means it is triplet. So it is triplet for HB. Triplet for HB. Now what about HC? See, HC has this CH2 adjacent to it, and on this carbon there is no hydrogen. So for HC also on adjacent carbon there are two hydrogens. So 2 plus 1, this is triplet for HC also. So this is the spectrum for the given structure. Similarly, for this structure, CH3 attached to same electronegative group. So these all 6 hydrogens, they are in same chemical environment. So they all 6 will give same signal. I am calling it as HA. Next is this carbon, which doesn't have any hydrogen on it. This carbon has one hydrogen. Again, this carbon has one hydrogen. This carbon, one, and one. Right? So this hydrogen and this hydrogen, okay, they are in same chemical environment. So these two hydrogens, they give one signal, and let me call it as HB. Again, this hydrogen and this hydrogen, they are in same chemical environment, so both of them are giving same signal, HC. Now what is remaining is this hydrogen, this is HD. Okay, so A, B, C, D. So 4 sets of chemically equivalent protons, so 4 signals. That means 4 peaks in the NMR, 1H NMR spectrum of this particular structure. What would be the peak intensity? See, HA has 6 hydrogens, then we have HB, then we have HC, which have two hydrogens, and then we have HD, which has only one hydrogen. So the peak intensity, the longest peak would be peak of HA. Then these two will have similar peak intensity, and the smallest would be HD because it represents only one hydrogen, and this will be longest because it represents the 6 hydrogens. Yes, let me name them again. HA for 6 hydrogen, HB HC and HD. Now if we see these three, that is HD, HC and HB, these are aromatic protons, as I also mentioned earlier also in my uh, initial video, earlier video, that these aromatic protons, the value is very characteristic, and you can easily remember that these aromatic protons generally appear in the range of 6.5 to 8 ppm on delta scale of 1H NMR spectrum. Okay, so these three would appear over here. Okay, now among these three, which one is which? Okay, so if you see here, HB is more close to the electronegative group, so we can say it is most deshielded. Then the order of deshielding is like this. Okay, then what is remaining is HA, and if you see here, our structure is little closer to the value which is given in this chart. The chart is talking about this hydrogen, and what we have this R as phenyl ring, and we have three hydrogens over here. So approximately in this range we should get the peak, and we should not forget that there is this phenyl ring is also there, so little more deshielded, and it may appear in this range. Okay, so in this range I should be drawing the peak for HA. Okay, this is the peak of HA in this range. Now let us see the multiplicity. So multiplicity for HA, see these all carbons, they have one hydrogen on them. They all have one hydrogen on them, right? Okay, now the peak of HA, if we focus on HA, that is these six hydrogens, they are present on this carbon, and this carbon, and what these two have adjacent to them, they have this particular atom on which there is no hydrogen, so no hydrogen on adjacent carbon, so 0 plus 1, this is the n plus 1 rule, so we should get a singlet for HA. So a long singlet for HA, because it represents 6 hydrogens. Okay. Then let us see HB. What is there adjacent to HB's carbon? This is the carbon on which H is present, that is HB is present. On adjacent to this carbon, we have this carbon on which one hydrogen is present. Okay, one hydrogen is present. So one hydrogen on adjacent carbon plus 1, that is as per n plus 1 rule, and thus we should get doublet for HB. Okay, then what do we have? Then we have this HC. HC on this side, HC has one hydrogen, on this side HC has one hydrogen. So total there are two hydrogens adjacent to HC, that is on the adjacent carbon of HC. So 2 plus 1, HC should give me triplet. And same way HD also has this carbon and this carbon adjacent to it, so two hydrogens on the adjacent carbon of HD, so 2 plus 1, this will also give me a triplet. Okay, so I have to show two triplets and one doublet. So this is the 1H NMR spectrum for the given chemical structure. Okay, and you should see the height of this peak HD is, I have shown little shorter because it represents only one hydrogen. HB and HC, they represent two hydrogens, and the longest one represents 6 hydrogens. That's it about this structure. Let us move on to the last structure of the video. Yes, so let me name them, these three, as HA, because I find them in the same chemical environment. Then I have HD, HC. See here I have HD, Then here I have two hydrogens, so this is HDE. Here F. Here also there are two hydrogens. Here also there are two hydrogens, and here also there are two hydrogens. Okay, here it is single hydrogen. So HD is the name for this, HE for this, HF, G, and H. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will get 8 signals, that is 8 peaks in the NMR spectrum of this particular structure. What would be the peak intensity? See, HA represents 3 hydrogens. Yes, 3 hydrogens for HA. Then HB have 2, HC also has 2 hydrogens. Then yes, I have HE, HF, HG, HH. They all have 2 hydrogens. Okay, they all represent 2 hydrogens, and what is remaining is HD, which represents only 1 hydrogen, which is the peak representing 1 hydrogen. So this would be the longest or the peak with highest intensity, and this will be the order of peak intensity for this particular structure. Yes, so this is the structure with so many hydrogens. Um, I mean with so many peaks. So let us proceed. This is closer to carbonyl group. So closer to carbonyl group in this range. And then somewhere in the R we have phenyl ring also. So our HA is more de-shielded. Okay. So therefore it will appear more downfield, that is at higher delta values as compared to the values which are given in the chart. Okay, then we have HB, HC, which are closer to carbonyl group also, and which are closer to this bulky group also. Okay, then what we have HD. This is closer to double bond, and then we have these H, E, F, G, and H. Okay, so now see all these groups, there are no aromatic protons, so no peak will appear in this range. There will not be any peak, over here. And so basically all peaks, they will appear in this range only, in this range. Okay, because there is no hydroxy group, there is no NH2, no aromatic protons. So whatever we have is all from this side, only from this side. So all these protons, all 8 peaks would appear in this range. So let us see um, which will be the most de-shielded among them. As I told you, it would be HA, because it is very much close to I think it should be HB. Yes, it should be HB because it is very much close to carbonyl group, and on the other hand it has that bulky group also. Then we should have, yes, CH3, that is, this will be HA. Then we will have HC with us. Then what we will have, yes, then I think we should have HD because it is more close to double bond. Then we can have E, then we can have EHE, then we can have HH, then F and G. Okay, then F and G. So here we are just predicting the based on the theoretical knowledge. Okay, so let us see the multiplicity now. Multiplicity of all these protons. So CH3HA, it doesn't have any hydrogen on the adjacent carbon. See, this carbon doesn't have any hydrogen, so 0 plus 1, it would be singlet. So this is Ha, singlet. Then what about CH2? What about this? These two protons. What about Hb? So Hb has two hydrogens adjacent to it. So 2 plus 1, it will show a triplet. Okay, it will show a triplet. What about this? CH2, again it has these two hydrogens on the adjacent carbon, so this will also be a triplet. Then what about this? There is no hydrogen. What about Hd? Hd on this side, it has two hydrogens. Yes, so 2 plus 1, 3. So this also will be triplet. What about He? See, He has two hydrogens over here and one hydrogen over here. So 3. It has 3 adjacent to it. So 3 plus 1, 4. So it will be a quartet. How do we show quartet? 1 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. So this is the quartet for He. What about HF? HF has 2 on this side, HF has 2 on this side. So total 4 adjacent to HF. Okay, that is on the adjacent carbon of HF. We have 4. So 4 plus 1, that is the 5. So how do we show this pentate or quintet? So it is this, 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 this and this. Okay. Then this is how we show pentate or quintet. Then Hg, see Hg, it has two hydrogen over here, it has two hydrogen on this side also. So for Hg also it will be 1 2 3 4 and 5. It is pentate. What about HH, the last set of the equivalent protons? So HH has only 2 on this side, 2 hydrogen. On this carbon there is no hydrogen. So it is 2 plus 1, that is triplet. Okay, 2 plus 1, triplet. So we just have to accommodate all these peaks only in this range. So your 1H NMR spectrum would be very much crowded over here, and this whole part will be blank. There will be no peak in this part. Okay, no peak here. So all peaks will be crowded over here. So somehow let us try to accommodate by drawing them in the compressed form. So see, this is HB. Then we have HA, HC, HE, HH, HF. So this is how the 1H NMR spectrum uh, would look like for this particular structure.